Welcome to The Explainer. We've got a seriously fascinating journey ahead of us today. Now, I want you to meet our avatar for this session, Kelly. Kelly is a project manager, and she's working closely with subject matter experts at a post-secondary institution. Well, they've just been handed a massive, highly critical task. They literally have to completely modernize a program's curriculum. It's a completely daunting project, and honestly, they're looking for a clear, step-by-step mentor to help them cut through the noise and just get it right. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to coach Kelly and her subject matter experts, and in the process, we're going to uncover a really powerful framework for curriculum renewal. Okay, let's dive into this. This right here is the single overarching question keeping Kelly up at night. Are her institution's courses genuinely reflecting the real-world skills that employers desperately need right now? It's so incredibly easy for academic content to just kind of drift away from the practical realities of the workforce. Kelly knows that if her graduates can't perform on the job from day one, well, the whole program fails. She needs a tool to guarantee that alignment, for sure.
And this is the ultimate solution. This plain language definition perfectly encapsulates what OAS is and what it actually does. OAS isn't just some dusty database of labor market information, it's a structural guide. It gives you structured data on skills, knowledge, work activities, and contexts that you can use across literally all your design decisions. It's the engine that's going to power this entire curriculum renewal from start to finish.
To guide Kelly and her team, we'll be following a clear 5-phase roadmap: reviewing current curriculum, development of curriculum framework, industry consultation, proposal development, and finally, develop assessments. All right, let's jump straight into phase 1. Section 1, reviewing current curriculum. In this first phase, Kelly really rolls up her sleeves for an honest audit to check if the material they're currently teaching still actually matches the occupation. But here is the first major mindset shift the team absolutely must make. They need to move away from doing a simple gap check. Let's be real, a gap check usually just ends up being a stressful, tedious exercise of hunting for missing tasks. Instead, they need to shift towards a comprehensive skill system analysis. That means building a complete skill heat map across all their courses. It's about identifying not just missing competencies, but also over-assessed or duplicated skills, and ensuring there's a proper balance between technical, cognitive, and interpersonal skills. It's really about systemic alignment, because programs so often misalign with workforce skill demand, not just high-level duties. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how Kelly can start doing this practically. She builds a mapping matrix. She pulls a specific duty directly from OaSIS, something like document and record nature of injuries, and then she maps it directly to a current program learning outcome, like complete accurate written and electronic information. By putting these things side by side, she can instantly see exactly where the program hits the mark and where it falls dangerously short. Section 2, development of curriculum framework. Once they know exactly where the curriculum stands, it's time to translate those hard job requirements into an actual workable structure. This brings us to the second massive shift in thinking. Instead of defaulting to isolated, standalone courses, it's time to architect pathways. It's all about clustering competencies into core skills shared across programs as well as specialized skills. This approach builds laddering options, micro-credentials, and it really helps identify transferable skills. Modern institutions are using this exact kind of data to create highly flexible pathways for students, and Kelly's team needs to do the exact same thing. Let's see how this actually builds into a tangible draft. Here is how Kelly groups specific OASIS data points to map out her program. The main duties from OASIS directly inform the core courses. For example, turning a patient assessment duty into a specific emergency medical responder course. Knowledge areas, like biology or health, become the supporting courses, such as pathophysiology. And finally, the work context data specifies exactly what needs to happen in labs, practicums, or work-integrated learning. It literally takes the guesswork completely out of program design. Section 3, industry consultation. With a really solid draft framework in hand, Kelly takes it out of the academic bubble and straight to the professionals for validation. Now, I always advise project managers like Kelly and their subject matter experts that this is no longer just about asking for a rubber stamp. You are making a huge shift from passive validation to active co-design. They need to use OaSIS as a shared language tool to actually collaborate with industry. It's not just confirming that a skill is present, it's asking about the context. What's the risk level? What's the autonomy like? What specific tools are being used? I really want to emphasize this exact phrasing because it is an absolutely critical coaching moment for Kelly. When she is running her focus groups, she must stop asking, "Is this good?" Let's face it, that question just invites a polite nod. She needs to be asking, what level of proficiency is expected, and what conditions matter most in practice. By asking what's missing from what graduates can do, she uncovers the real gold, those nuanced performance standards that actually separate a total novice from a truly job-ready graduate. Section 4, Proposal Development. Armed with all this amazing industry co-design data, it's time to justify the renewal for the approval committees. To win over a notoriously tough curriculum committee or an external board, Kelly has to make our fourth shift, moving away from merely describing the courses and shifting heavily toward hard evidence and strategy. A successful proposal uses OaSIS data to definitively prove program viability and regional workforce alignment. Institutions completely rely on this kind of labor data to decide whether to scale a program up or just sunset it entirely. So the crucial point is, these 4 elements are the exact evidence Kelly needs to make her program undeniably viable. She needs the OaSIS profile showing labor market demand. She needs that mapping matrix we built back in Phase 1. She needs a solid summary of her industry co-design sessions, and she needs her new pathway-driven curriculum framework. If she presents this complete package, the committee isn't just reviewing an idea anymore. They are looking at an airtight, data-backed strategic plan. Section 5. Develop assessments. Finally, we reach the 5th phase. It's time to ensure that classroom tests actually reflect real-world tasks. The final shift Kelly needs to make is moving from assigning supposedly authentic tasks to defining truly measurable competencies. It's just not enough to tell a student to do a project. She needs to define observable skills straight from OAS and set expected proficiency levels. The ultimate goal here is to build rubrics tied directly to those competencies and to real-world performance standards. Let me show you exactly what an assessment upgrade really looks like. Take a basic OAS job task like write reports. In the past, a course might just have a generic essay assignment, but Kelly is going to completely upgrade this. She transforms it into an incident report or case write-up. This directly tests the specific type of writing the student will actually do in their career, complete with rubric criteria tied directly to that professional skill. It's a game changer. Here's another brilliant upgrade. The generic concept is work in teams. But instead of just tossing students into a group and hoping for the best, Kelly elevates this into a complex group scenario. Now she can add real-world conditions like time pressure, incomplete information, or increasing levels of autonomy to test true collaboration. She's moving from testing what students know to what students can actually do. Just look at how far Kelly has come. This powerful one-line summary perfectly encapsulates her entire journey. She started out as someone just trying to do a simple, stressful gap check on a few courses. By utilizing the OaSIS framework, she has transformed into an architect designing a program-wide skills ecosystem. She's built something that is entirely backed by undeniable labor market evidence. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to turn this back to you. Think about the programs you manage or teach as a project manager or subject matter expert. Are you just checking basic content alignment? Or are you ready to take Kelly's mentorship, use these tools, and actually design a robust, skills-based program ecosystem? The data is out there waiting for you. The framework is incredibly clear. The next step is entirely yours to take. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey today, and I highly, highly encourage you to start analyzing your own curriculum through this incredible lens.